You hold an exciting concept in your head. You see the mechanics, you feel the potential. Then you open a blank document or a prompt box, and the idea vanishes the moment you try to type it out. Arun is struggling with this right now. He wants a tool to help people learn local skills, but he's drowning the vision in jargon, like AI-driven community optimization. These phrases look impressive on a slide, but they mask the actual idea. To find clarity, we must anchor the concept to a specific human being, like a new resident who just moved to an unfamiliar city. That resident faces a distinct struggle. They need a way to find a pottery instructor or a language guide without the social friction of blindly messaging strangers. They need a trusted introduction. A product earns its place by moving a person out of that struggle toward a defined better moment. We define that commitment as a product promise, a strict guarantee to change a real, observable moment in someone's day. A library card provides the input. The system checks fees, the decision. You receive a book or fine, the output. For Arun's app, location and skill are the input. The system decides if a match exists, outputting either a confirmed introduction or no guide available. Translating an abstract wish into this sequence of input, action, decision, and output turns the idea into a buildable reality. Defining a boundary is the next requirement. We must establish exactly where a system's permission ends. For Arun, the boundary prevents the system from inventing a fake profile to keep the user engaged. If no match exists, the system must refuse the request. With the boundary set, we seek evidence. We can't simply assume a feature works because it was launched. True evidence appears as a change in human behavior. We look for residents actually meeting guides, rather than just clicking buttons or spending more time on the screen. Attaching these strict boundaries and behavioral evidence transforms a loose idea into a responsible build brief. A build brief changes how we collaborate with AI agents. A prompt becomes a working agreement, a contract built on precise context. Machine errors often stem from these gaps in our explanation. When we leave an idea vague, we force the tool to guess our intentions. We test these intentions through a prototype. It serves as a physical question, a way to challenge our assumptions before we commit to the build. Prototyping reveals how the system handles uncertainty. If the logic is unclear, we design the system to pause and make that uncertainty visible to the user. Collaboration depends on this stability. An idea must be solid enough to survive external testing before it can be effectively handed off. Because we have designed these pauses and boundaries ourselves, we retain responsible stewardship. Since the human sets the thresholds, the human owns the consequences of every automated outcome. This ownership requires a consistent thinking practice. We must rigorously define the person, the promise, and the limits, and the proof of success before we ever take action. Returning to that initial blank page, the jargon falls away. The space fills with purposeful language. This process forces us to clarify our intentions. It demands that we understand our own goals as clearly as we want the machines to understand them. An idea becomes powerful when its parameters are clear enough for another mind to act upon it responsibly.